Third, second is in Honolulu. Right or wrong? Huh? Then the mind jump like a monkey. So to control your mind, you have to observe it. So we'll do an exercise for 1 minute. Just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. And for 30 seconds or so, just see what your mind does. Okay, done. So anybody, any eureka moments? What did you think? Lecture is getting too much. It's boring. Nothing is getting into my head. Huh? Anybody? What did you think? It's so, you're so worried about, what have you thought? So you do this, this is, once you do this exercise, to sit down quietly for whenever you have time, sit down quietly for 10-15 minutes, let nobody disturb you, and observe what your mind is doing. Slowly your negative thoughts will subside. If you practice it diligently, after some time even your positive thoughts will subside and your mind will be free. That is called the stage of meditation. Right? So do this exercise. The other one thing that you can add is just focus on your breath. Once you are sitting, just focus on your breath. And this won't only help you in your studies, you will have better retention, you'll have better memory, you'll have better attention. The mind will not play games when you are sitting down to study. Okay, it happens. You sit down and the mind goes, goes somewhere else. So, and it will improve your health also. So, the other thing about thoughts is the thought has two parts. Okay, thought has two parts. The first part is fact, and the second part is emotion. The emotion that will attach to the fact, that becomes a thought. Suppose somebody has abused you. Okay, hota hai. In your friend circle or some other way, some other place, somebody abuses you, and that is a fact that somebody has abused you. So the emotion that you can have with that fact is either you can have an emotion of hate. Okay, you can have an emotion of hate and abuse him back, or you can have an emotion of forgiveness and forgive him. So choose, you have between emotion and response, you have a stimuli. Like somebody abused you, that is a stimuli, right? Okay, and then you have to respond. Then you have to choose your thought, the way you want to respond. Okay, and one thing that is very close to my heart, and one thing that worries me a lot is you have heard of, in papers there is news of, students committing suicide. Yes. Have you heard of it? Yes. Why does it happen? Because of failure, but the emotion is attached with failure is he could have attacked, he could have taken, he could have decided, he could have thought about it, that he has, the fact is that he has failed, but he would have chosen determination, right? He could have chosen determination and he would have attempted the next time. Isn't life too beautiful to be wasted on one exam? Don't you think life is too beautiful? Yes or no? Well, life is not beautiful in the last period. Huh? Everybody is thinking of lunch. Okay. So that person took that horrible step of ending his life just because of he let the one negative thought get over him. That what will my parents think? What will my friends think about me? Instead of that, he would have chosen his thought. He would have chosen his thought that I have to succeed somehow. If I have failed now, I will be determined to succeed the next time. He would have saved his life. Okay. So this is as far as belief and thoughts are concerned. The third ingredient of success is action. You can't succeed without taking actions, right? You can think anything, but unless you take actions, you can't succeed. And for taking actions, you need time. And how many seconds are there in a day? 128 to 24. Sorry, 16 to 16 to 24. No mathematics wizard here. Commerce guys. Okay, right. 86. There are 86,400 seconds in a day. So what do you do with this second? It is the same time that everybody gets. Whether you are rich or poor, whether you are king or pauper, this is the same time everybody gets. Right or wrong? Once you get up in the morning, you have 86,400 seconds, to play with. And what we do with this 86,400 seconds, determines whether you will be successful or a failure. So you have to plan your day and live that plan. And whatever actions you do, either it's a powerful action or it's not so powerful action. Right? Suppose you go after the school, you take your rest, you go for a walk, you do your jogging and do your studies. That is a positive action or negative action? Or instead of that, somebody is there who goes back to school, goes back from school, sleeps for 3-4 hours, then switches on the TV, okay, and watches Sqn serials, okay. And after the Sqn serial is over, he gets on his phone and plays Subway Surfer, or Angry Birds. You do it or not? So that is a positive action or a negative action? So be careful. Whatever action you take, it should be a positive action. The positive action will take you towards your goal. The negative actions will take you away from your goal. Right? And whatever action you are doing, you should give 100%. Once you are studying, or once you are doing a project, you are doing an assignment, or you are doing anything, you should give your 100% concentration and 100% effort to that. Switch off your phone, switch off your mobile, switch off your internet, switch off your WhatsApp, Facebook, everything off, and study in chunks of time. Because it has been found out that suppose you are studying, okay, you are doing the mathematics sum or something, and then you get a Facebook notification. You pick up your phone to check that notification. And after checking that notification, once you again come back to studies, okay, whatever you study or whatever you do for next 20 minutes, okay, 20 minutes, whatever you do, you won't be able to register it. It has been scientifically proven. Like we were pilots, we were told that not to divert our attention from our dials. So once the attention is diverted, the mind takes 20 minutes to get back to the same topic. So whatever you study in that 20 minutes, it will be waste. You won't be able to remember it. Okay, that is as far as action is concerned. And the next thing is, if you have positive actions, you will have positive habits. Okay, right or wrong? And man is nothing but a creature of habit. Whatever habits we have, we become whatever our habits are. And to start a new habit, you have to do this thing for 21 days. Have you heard about this? To start a new habit, you have to do the thing for 21 days. Suppose you, like the example that I gave you, suppose you want to start the habit of not looking at the phone when you are studying. So you have to do it for 21 days. Suppose you want to start a habit of getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and studying for 1 hour. So, first few days you will have problems. Does it happen or not? The mind gives excuses that I slept late, I studied till late night, I didn't have a good night's sleep, and I will do it from the next day. Does it happen?
Yes, sir.
So you have to, the first few days are very crucial because the mind, the mind plays with us. The mind will give you all excuses, and the mind wants you to be in your comfort zone. The mind doesn't want to do anything new. The mind is very happy doing the same thing again and again. So if you want to start a new habit, for first few days you have to conquer your mind. You don't have to argue with your mind. If you have to get up at 5 o'clock, just look at the watch and get up. Okay? So if you have positive habits, you will have a strong character. Right or wrong? And the character will determine your destiny. If you have positive, so we have covered the what, the why, the how of goals, and we have covered the beliefs, we have covered the thoughts, we have covered actions, we have covered habits, and the character and destiny. Now I am coming to the crux of my lecture. Okay, that is, do you know how to program your mind for success? Do you want to know how to program your mind for success? Okay, I have some time. Okay, before I tell you that, the mind operates at different levels. Have you heard of EEG, electroencephalograph? Haven't heard of EEG? EEG, the instrument that measures mind, the frequencies of the mind. EEG, electroencephalograph. Anyway, what I want to tell you is that the mind operates at 4 different levels. Once we are doing our day-to-day work, we are doing our problem solving, it works at beta level. That is 12 to 16 Hertz. Once we relax slightly, we are taking some deep breath and we are relaxed, the mind slows down to alpha level. Okay, that is 8 to 12 Hertz. Okay, the frequency slows down to 8 to 12 Hertz. If you are able to get into meditation, if you can meditate, the mind further slows down to theta level. Okay, and you have heard of people getting into samadhi. Heard of yogis getting into samadhi? Yes, they get buried inside the sand and inside the earth, and they are there for, without water, without air for some time. Have you heard of that? Yes. So that samadhi is a stage of beta, alpha, theta, delta. That is when they attain delta stage. That is 0 to 4 Hertz. The brain is almost dead. So why am I telling you this is, it's not possible for us to get into theta and delta level, but it's very much possible for us to get into alpha level. Because at alpha level, the brain is very conducive to programming. Whatever instructions we give our brain, it follows that. You might have noticed that if you want to get up at 5 o'clock, you tell yourself that you want to get up at 5 o'clock, and at 5:45 you are awake. Hota hi nahi hota hai? Huh? So that is the power of, that is the power of the brain. There's a wonderful book called The Power of Subconscious Mind. You can note it down and read it whenever you have time. It's written by Dr. Joseph Murphy. The Power of Subconscious Mind. It is very powerful. So once you are in alpha state, whatever instruction you give to the brain, it follows that, and whatever picture you paint, it gets going to make it come true. So the technique that I want to tell you is, it's called IVR. Idealize, visualize and realize. So what is idealize? Anybody idealize? What is idealize? Okay, idealize is thinking of your most ideal situation. Okay, suppose she wants to become a CEO. So for her ideal situation will be, she is sitting in the office, her name is written, and under that CEO is written, and she is talking to her employees. That is the most ideal situation. Suppose you want to become a doctor and start a chain of hospitals. So the ideal situation for you will be that you are inaugurating a hospital. So that is your ideal situation. And once you idealize and visualize the whole thing like a mind movie, you realize your aim. To give you an example, have you heard of Sqn Ldr? Who is he? He was the Olympian gold medalist in 2008 Beijing Olympics. Right? 10 meter rifle shooting. So once he got his gold medal, people asked him how has he achieved it. You know what he said? He said that he had visualized the entire scene. That he is shooting perfectly at the target, and he is standing on the podium, he is being presented the gold medal, and he is being, the tricolor is flying, the national anthem is playing. So he has visualized the entire scene thousands of times. So he repeated the same scene again and again in his mind till it became a reality. So whatever is your ideal scene, you imagine it. Okay? We'll do this exercise. For this we'll again get into comfortable sitting. Sit comfortably. Put your hand in the lap or wherever it's comfortable. Okay. This will be slightly longer, not that 30 seconds time. Close your eyes and focus your attention on your breath. Take deep breath. Once you feel relaxed, take your attention on your toes. Imagine your toes are relaxed. Imagine your ankle is relaxed. Imagine your shin bones are relaxed. Imagine your calf muscles are relaxed. Imagine your thigh muscles are relaxed. Imagine your fingers are relaxed. Let all the tension, all the worries, all the pains, all the sorrow get out of your body. Imagine your fingers are relaxed. Your wrists are relaxed. Your forearm is relaxed. Your upper arms are relaxed. Imagine your stomach is relaxed. Imagine your chest muscles are relaxed. Imagine your shoulders are relaxed. Imagine your neck is relaxed. Imagine your face is relaxed. Imagine your brain is relaxed. Keep breathing deeply. You are in alpha state now. Now visualize your ideal scene. Whatever is your ideal scene, whatever you want to make come true. Imagine that scene. A new house, a new car, whatever is your ideal scene. A vacation. Use all your senses. See the sights. Hear the sound. Smell the aroma. Feel the texture. Repeat your ideal scene like a video in your mind. Now slowly focus your attention back on your breath and slowly open your eyes. How does it feel? Huh? Can anybody tell me about the ideal situation? Huh? Somebody? What is the ideal situation you imagine? It will come true, and that's what I'm telling you. It should be something wrong. Okay. So, the best time to, I've written in detail about this exercise in the book. The best time to do this exercise is once you are going to, just before sleeping and after waking up. This is a very powerful exercise. It's done by most of the professional athletes, golfers, businessmen, and pilots. Businessmen, even if they go for it, you can have a ideal situation like you are sitting in your IIT exam and you have an ideal situation that you know all the answers and you are being very happy about it. So if you repeat it again and again, by some way it comes true. So, everybody feeling relaxed? Yes. So you can do it whenever you have time. Okay, every day in the morning and every day before going to bed. The next thing that I want to cover with you is, you can be successful, but for that you have to have somebody said, you have to have an attitude for success. The best attitude for success is, you have an attitude of gratitude. What is gratitude? What is gratitude? Gratitude is a feeling of being thankful. You have to be very thankful. Are you thankful towards your parents for giving you everything? Are you thankful to your teachers for teaching you?
Yes, sir.
Really? Okay. Are you thankful to your friends and your relatives for being there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how many times do you show it? On the Teachers' Day only? Huh? Or on Father's Day and Mother's Day? So do me a favor, once you go home today, take a small gift for your parents, a small chocolate or a rose, and tell them how grateful you are. It says that, you know, the attitude of gratitude takes you to higher altitude. You will have, you know, successful people. You know, if you want to talk, you can talk to me. Okay? Anything? Anything bothering you? Had a very bad visualization session or what? So whatever is your so you know, if you have clothes to wear, okay, if you have clothes, everybody's got clothes to wear,
Yes, sir.
food to eat,
Yes, sir.
and roof over your head.
Yes, sir.
So you are luckier than 80% people in this world. Can you imagine? 80% of the people don't have. And on top of that, you have a school to go to. There are millions of people, we know it or not. There are millions of students who want to go to the school, but they don't have the luxury of going to the school. So be lucky. You know, the successful people I meet, in every sentence they will say, you meet a businessman, they will say, Bhagwan ki daya se ye ho gaya. You know, Bhagwan ke chante ye ho gaya. So you should be very thankful for every day. You should be thankful what you have. Once you get up in the morning, you should be thankful that you are able to get up. Okay? So it is said, yeah, there are many people who won't be able to get up. Right or wrong? Huh? There are many people who will be bedridden, who are not able to get up. And thank your stars that you can, you know, God has blessed you with all five senses. You know, you can speak, you can hear, you can see, you can touch, you can feel. There are so many people who are not privileged to have all the senses. So next time when you go to temple, you go to the Gurdwara, you go to the mosque, or you go to the church, instead of asking him for, you know, asking God for things, you know, we always ask him, भगवान इस बार एग्जाम पास करा दे, अगली बार से पढ़ लूँगा, हाँ, ठीक है, या इस बार नंबर दिला दे, इस बार आईटी क्लियर करा दे. How many times have you gone and thanked them? Huh? Have you gone and thanked them? Huh?
Yes, sir.
51 रुपए का प्रसाद उसके साथ एक नबी दे, ये भी करा दो, वो भी करा दो. So be very thankful. Once you're in the habit of thanking, you know, for small things. If you get a seat in the bus, thank your stars that you got a seat. If you have teachers to make you study, thank your stars that you got teachers to study. The attitude of gratitude will take you to higher altitude. And the last and the most important thing that I want to cover today is, you know, you will, by following whatever I told you, by knowing your what, the why, the when and the how goes, by knowing your beliefs, by knowing your thoughts, by doing the correct actions, having the positive habits, and building a strong character, you will succeed. But to maintain that success, you know, you will succeed, but to remain successful, the quality that is required is you have to be humble. Anybody, what is being humble? Huh? You have to be kind, you have to be courteous, you have to show respect. You have to show respect to elders, your teachers, your parents. You can't, you know, the thing that I want to tell you again is be very grateful and be very thankful to your parents and teachers. Never disrespect them. If you get their blessings, you know you'll achieve the world. Okay? That is as if you don't respect your teachers. Okay? Nowadays there's a trend not to respect teachers. Have you heard of that in the line? गुरु गोविंद दोनों खड़े आगे okay, so that is the respect of teachers in our society. Okay, be very courteous, be very kind, be very respectful to them, and same goes to your parents also. Never take their bad wishes, you know. they generally don't give but never take. तो कहते हैं ना उनकी आँख कभी नहीं देनी चाहिए. You take care of your parents throughout your life and be courteous. It says that big doors open on small hinges, on words like thank you and please. Out of this, so be the most courteous person with your friends, with your family, with everybody, with strangers whom you meet. Show respect to teachers, show respect to elders, show respect to ladies. Okay. So with this, I have finished whatever I have.